Hey, hello, and welcome to this episode of Learn Everyday English, your roadway to English proficiency. In the living room today, and I'm soloing it. That means I'm kind of a temporary bachelor, you could say. My wife has gone to Alaska to visit her son and his family there, and is gone for about 2 weeks. So I'm staying here at the house, watching the critters. The critters, have you heard that word? Like the animals. We have a dog and a cat. You might have seen them in some previous videos, so I gotta take care of them. And I did go, we went to Alaska 2 years ago, and I went there with her, and it was an enjoyable time, but decided to stay back here and kind of hang out a little bit. But I think you'd find this interesting video again. It's about hot weather, but before I get into that, you know, there's 3 things you can do for me. Hey, 1, like the video, 2, subscribe to the channel, and 3, tell your friends about it so that they can benefit from these videos too, just like you. Okay, I'm gonna get into talking about some English expressions about hot weather, because we've been experiencing hot weather here in Texas, or we've been experiencing hot weather down here in Texas. It's been really hot, really hot. And so I thought it'd be perfect time to talk about expressions we use to talk about when the weather is hot. So we've been experiencing a heat wave. Have you heard that word before? And a heat wave is just a period of time, such as a few weeks, when the weather is much hotter than usual. So I can say, hey, we've been experiencing a heat wave for the last 3 weeks. We've been experiencing a heat wave for the past 3 weeks, or the last 3 weeks. And I went to the internet and looked up the National Weather Service, and the Weather Service defines a heat wave as 3 or more consecutive days with high temperatures of 90 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. So a heat wave is when you have 3 or more consecutive days with high temperatures of 90 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. And I looked at the data for the month of June 2023, and the first day over 93 degrees Fahrenheit was June 6th. And I checked the whole month of June 2023, and every day from June 6th on or after has been over 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So we've had a heat wave from June 6th through the rest of the month of June. And today is July 1st, and I know today I had to go to Houston, and the temperature in the that's in my car was showing the outside temperature was 102 degrees down in Houston. So the heat wave continues. But for the month of June, from June 6th through June 30th, that's 25 days, 25 consecutive days of temperatures above 90 degrees. So that's over 3 weeks. So this heat wave, we can say, well, it looks like there's no end in sight. We can't see or determine when these high temperatures are going to end. And the bad thing about it is we haven't been getting any rain either. So it's just hot and dry. So I actually today in the evening, I need to go out and water the plants that are in the backyard and the front yard. But let's get into some more phrases and expressions in English about hot weather. So you learn heat wave. Here's the next one. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm sweating like a pig. You know, pig is just the animal. Pig is an English expression. I don't know where this expression came from, why they use pig and not some other animal. And hey, do pigs sweat? I don't really know. It might be something you want to look up. But I'm sweating like a pig means I'm sweating a lot, or I'm sweating very much. So here's a sentence for you. Wow, it's so hot and humid out here. I'm sweating like a pig. Wow, it's so hot and humid out here. I'm sweating like a pig. Have you heard that expression before? And do you have a similar expression in your country where you live? Talking about heat, sweating, and pigs? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, the second phrase has to do with the word stifling. Stifling. You might not have heard that word. It's S-T-I-F-L-I-N-G. Stifling just means it's very hot and also kind of hard or difficult to breathe because it's so hot. Stifling. Here's an expression. Or we can say it's stifling out here. It's stifling, or it's stifling out here, outside. Or I can say, this is a sentence, this heat is just stifling. This heat is just stifling. That means it's just very, very hot and hard to breathe. Hey, the next expression is it's like an oven, or sometimes we say it's like a sauna. The oven is the thing in your kitchen where you cook with. A sauna is where you might have a sauna when you go to the gym. It's kind of hot, steamy inside, and you can kind of go in there and relax. But we say it's like an oven, or it's like a sauna. Or you could also say it's like an oven out here, or it's like an oven outside. It's like a sauna outside. Here's an expression. Man, it's like an oven out here. Or boy, it's like an oven out here. Or man, it's like a sauna out here. Man, it's like a sauna. Or boy, it's like a sauna out here. So we use expressions man and boy just kind of like exclamations, like wow, boy, hey man. Kind of the same, like a surprise or add emphasis to what you're saying. Like, man, I'm hungry. Or boy, I'm hungry. I'm sure hungry. So that's another tip or words you can use to show expression, or maybe excitement or enthusiasm. Like, hey, man, my favorite team, soccer team, won the game today. Or boy, my favorite team won today. So those are very versatile words, man and boy. We don't say woman or girl, no, just man or boy. The next expression is it's a scorcher. It's a scorcher, or to be a scorcher, scorcher. So to scorch means to burn something with fire, to burn something with fire. Like maybe there was a forest fire, we could say the woods were scorched. The woods were scorched, or the trees were scorched, that we were burned with fire. But here's a sentence with it's a scorcher, to be a scorcher. The last several days have been scorchers. The last several days have been scorchers. And that really means, it doesn't really mean to burn with fire in this instance. It just means it's been very hot. Scorch means to burn with fire, but to be a scorcher, or it's a scorcher, just means it's very hot. It's been very hot. So I can say the last 25 days in the month of June have been scorchers. The next expression is this: it's hot as hell. It's hot as hell. Or sometimes you may hear it's hot as Hades. Hades is just another word for hell. And you might know what hell is. Hell is kind of, if you're a Christian or read the Bible, hell is where the devil is, or the devil lives, or where, hey, if you're not a Christian, you're going to go to when you die. But sometimes instead of saying hell, we say Hades. So it's hot as hell, or it's hot as Hades. Here's an example sentence for you. Don't go outside right now. It's hot as hell, or it's hot as hell out there. Or don't go outside right now. It's hot as Hades. It's hot as Hades out there. The next expression is, it's the dog days of summer. It's the dog days of summer. And the dog days of summer refers to a time period, usually the days between late July and late August, when it's the hottest days of the year or the hottest days of summer here in the United States. And I don't know where this name came from, why it's dog days, not cat days or mouse days, I don't know. But it's just the dog days of summer, or the very hot days. So here's an example sentence for you. Having to work outside during the dog days of summer is just brutal. And brutal means just very hard or very difficult. So having to work outside during the dog days of summer is just brutal. It's just brutal. Here's another expression for you, and it's kind of self-explanatory. Have you heard that expression before? It's self-explanatory, which means it explains itself, or it is, when the expression is what it is. When you read it, it explains what it is. And the expression is this: it's so hot, you could fry an egg on the sidewalk. It's so hot, you could fry an egg on the sidewalk. And actually, I've seen some people go outside when it's very, very hot and actually fry an egg on the sidewalk. So here's a sentence for you. I never thought I'd say this, but it's so hot, you could literally fry an egg on the sidewalk. I never thought I'd say this, but it's so hot outside, you could literally fry an egg on the sidewalk. So where you live, does it get really hot? Can you literally fry an egg on the sidewalk in the heat? Let me know. The next expression is, it's sweltering. It's sweltering, or it's sweltering outside. And sweltering just means it's uncomfortably hot. Uncomfortably hot, or very hot. You don't feel comfortable at all. It's so hot. Here's an example sentence. Don't stay out there too long. It's sweltering outside. Don't stay outside, or don't stay out there too long. It's sweltering outside. That means it's very, very hot. It's uncomfortably hot. And here's another expression for you, and the last one. It's blazing hot. It's blazing hot. And blazing means like something is burning fiercely, strongly, or brightly. That means it's blazing. It's blazing. I could say the forest fire is blazing. It's blazing. So again, blazing means it's burning fiercely, like strongly, or brightly. Here's an example sentence. It's best to stay inside today. It's blazing hot outside. It's best to stay inside today. It's blazing hot outside. So those are some expressions that we use in English that are pretty common. I don't know if you've heard some or any of these. Let me know in the comments to talk about hot weather. So that'll do it for today's episode. 3 things you can do for me: like the video, subscribe to the channel, and 3, tell your friends about it. I wanted to make this kind of a quick, short video, but I thought it was appropriate for what we've been experiencing down here in Texas. So thanks for watching this episode of Learn Everyday English. We'll check you later. All right. See you later. Bye.